think it was a very good score to start off. When you put that kind of a score, it's slightly easy for the bowlers to defend. Your question was why?
Yeah, like why? What's different? Why? What have you said? What have you done?
Oh, you mean that way? No, nothing different. When you're in the same dressing room, you keep saying the same thing. So, it's not like when you change the captain, a lot of things change. It's one of those coincidences where we got up to a very good start. We make the most of a good wicket. We force the bowlers to bowl the areas where we wanted to hit. So I feel, the kind of target we got was a very good one. And after that, you needed some very good bowling because a bit of dew comes later and it makes it slightly difficult. So the phase that really worked for us was when the spinners were bowling after the 6th over. It started holding a bit, and I knew it won't be there for a very long period. So it was important to get the spinners off, try to build up slightly more run rate, the chasing run rate. So we were able to do that, and later on we had surplus run, that we could defend. But with the dew, it becomes slightly difficult. It's not easy that the opposition won't score. If they get up to a good start, they can still chase down 200 runs.
Yeah, you put it together today and compare this game and the way things have gone generally in the way you put games together in the rest of the tournament.
Well, I think we have had quite a few good batting performances. There were a few where we didn't score too many runs, but as I said in the pre-match during the toss also, we have given a couple of overs, that have gone for like 25, 26 runs. And even when you score 200 runs, it really comes down to 180 or 175 in 19 overs. So the momentum changes and, the bowlers all of a sudden they are under pressure. So I don't really mind it, you can get hit, but what is important is, try something different. Let's say you're looking for a Yorker, if it's not working, try something different. Don't just think that it will happen. And I've always told my bowlers, you may get hit for 4 sixes in an over, but the 2 balls that you save, ultimately in a high scoring game, those are the 2 deliveries that will help you win the game. Because a lot of bowlers at times after getting hit for 4 or 5 sixes, let's just get done with it. No, that one boundary, even if it's, let's say instead of a 6, you get hit for 2 fours, that can help you win the game. I don't know if they believe in that theory or not, but I feel it works.
Tell me the difficulty or ease, perhaps it is easy for you, of being former captain, senior player, the straight big guy in the team who has the captaincy with someone else, and a game's not going according to plan and sort of trying not to give too much advice.
No, that right from the very start, between me and Jadeja, he knew last season itself that he will be given a chance to captain this year. So he knew about it, he got enough time to prepare. What is important is you want him to lead the side, and I wanted that transition to happen. So the first game and the second game, there was a bit more information going in towards Jatu, but after that, I left it to him, to decide what angle he wants. Because at the end of 5, 6, 7 or the full season, you don't want him to feel as if the captainship was done by somebody else. I was going for toss. So it was a gradual transition where I said, okay, this is what I'll do. I will take care of the fielding angles and everything for the first game, second game. After that, if it comes to me, like, no, you have to decide on your own, because that's the only way you will learn what captainship is. Spoon feeding doesn't really help captain. On the field, you have to take those crucial decisions and you have to take responsibility for those decisions.
And so how reluctant and how did the conversation go in sort of him coming back and saying, look, MS, I've had a go at this and I think it's best for us if you take over the reins again. How did that go?
I think what is important is once you become the captain, you have to take care of many things, and that also includes taking care of your own game. And with him, his mind was working a lot, and it's not easy to control your mind. It's the strongest feature, body, physics, all of those things are fine. But once your mind starts working and it wants to contribute more, okay, what's the combination that I can play with? Okay, who can bowl at what point of time? It doesn't really stop. So what really happens is the individual is not able to relax. Even when he closes his eyes and wants to sleep, the mind is still working. So what I felt was, it was having an effect on his game also. When he was going into bat, or when it comes to his preparation, is putting this burden, affecting his game. Because I would love to have a Jadeja as a bowler and a batter and a fielder. Captainship, fair enough. Even if you relieve captainship and if you are at your best, that's what we really want. Because we were also losing a great fielder. We are struggling for a deep mid-wicket fielder. Still, we have dropped 17, 18 catches. So that's a matter of concern.
Okay, and for you, like riding a bike?
Riding a bike is always fun, but these are tough games. Hopefully we'll come back strong. There are a few new bowlers who are part of the side. It's important for them to keep learning from every game because you don't want the bowlers to be lost. If you see bowlers, why a Bravo or a Pretorius, they know what they are doing. So you give them information, then you back off. But a lot of times with the younger bowlers, you don't really know what they'll come up with. So you have to give them field, you have to talk to them. You also have to tell them, okay, in this field, these are the variations that you can also use. Because it's a very lonely place. Once they have the ball in their hand, they are on their own. It's easy for us batsmen to criticize them at times, but there's a lot of pressure on the bowlers. And slowly, once they get mature, that's the time they start really, soaking up that pressure and they want to be under the pump. So it's good to see Mukesh doing the job for us. He took a few games, but he's bowling well with the new ball. And also, when they have played a lot of underage cricket and first-class cricket, you can get away with a lot of things, but over here, you can't really get away with too many things. So you have to be very consistent. You need to know what you are doing, and you have to accept the shortcomings. Unless you accept the shortcomings, the process of becoming strong in the areas where you're weak takes more time. So acceptance and honesty is very key.
Okay, well, all the best with that as you go for the rest of the season.